Hi everybody, I'm here in the African savannah. I said I could beat a giraffe in a fight. I'm a man of my word. Google said giraffes live here. I'm going to win. And I hope it's legal in whatever country I'm in, but you know, Africa's full of a whole bunch of cool animals like zebras and elephants. And I'm embarrassed about my knowledge of animals. I'm starting to think. Let's talk about child neglect. It's very bad and you shouldn't do it. Anyways, Chester the cheetah is a prick. I don't even like Cheetos. They get everywhere. You get a small bag and then you gotta clean your hands after the fact, but you can't find anything to clean it off on account of being at your niece's softball game where your options include the dry, depressing grass that feels like a matchbox, bathrooms that are always coin flips, licking, ew. The big puff ones feel bad to do anything with. They're cheese balls with slightly less aura, and then of course there's flaming hot Cheetos, but we're not gonna mess with that. You hear my voice. I'm just a stupid little white boy who quivers at the thought of eating anything above mild salsa. To say the least, Chester Cheetah isn't exactly a friend of the channel. Why would I subject myself or the people of the world with this hooligan? For decades, among decades, Chester the Cheetah hasn't done anything besides be a sleazy uncle to all. He's like a yokai for the feeble Americanized food, with food being in heavy quotation. I'm saying this as an American. I had cauliflower recently. I'm on a bit of a health high, you could say. This is an evil man. He poisons firefighters. He's an enabler. He's a bad person that would be marked for execution if it weren't for his cool sunglasses that hide the fact he watches old live leak videos instead of doom scrolling. The best way to articulate and describe Chester the Cheetah as a person would be through a very simple description. He's no good. He steals from children all across the globe, ironically having the qualifications for teaching. He's very much a figure that you want to be on the good side of, like the nice elderly folks down in your neighborhood with no immediate family, so you can slither your way into their will, because with that money, like, you can like make your own TV show or something. Like Snoop Dogg has one. Did you guys know that Snoop Dogg made a kid's show? He has that little baby show. It's free on YouTube. This is very funny. Honestly, thinking about it, Chester the Cheetah is basically just Snoop Dogg minus all the redeemable qualities and being a good puppet. Like Chester has a few commercials where he's like just a little puppet character sitting on like a countertop or a kitchen or a bedroom dresser. And first off, I don't like the idea that he can just get into houses, but you know, he's a good puppet. I'll allow it. I don't know if the Cheeto was based off of Snoop Dogg or vice versa, but it sure is a duo. I feel like Chester the Cheetah is gonna mug me over a 3,000 ticket Dave & Buster's jackpot. I feel like Chester the Cheetah would make me chug a gallon of ocean water to see what would happen to a body. I feel like Chester the Cheetah has access to every element on the periodic table. Is that a good thing? Probably not. He's quite literally what a Cheeto would look like as a person. And probably someone's furry awakening. Chester just comes off as a guy who's more or less a poser, I'd say. Nothing cool about him. He always tries radiating these vibes of like, I'm the coolest, but no. Almost all his commercials pre-2010s at the very least indicate that he's addicted to his product, going absolutely insane at the thought of getting the dollar snack. And like, can we stop making food mascots hellbent on stealing their product? It just makes me feel bad, dude. Like, no matter what, somebody is getting hurt when it never had to be this way. Do not let this man around your children. He's a cheetah. He's a wild animal with malicious profit-seeking intent. He's responsible for strawberry and Pepsi Cheetos. Like, we had Pepitos, dude. I don't care if he's house-trained and his teeth are disgustingly square. Cheetahs are probably dangerous, and this one is just he's a different genre of dangerous. I feel like he's urban dangerous. He's an urban threat. He has the intelligence to do something in the modern day. He's a scary man. All right, well, I mean, I got a little bit of the bad vibes and malice and rot out of my system. What's beyond this like baseline of a person? What's this basic, what goes on besides this basic level? I don't know. Okay, think about it. Think about your least favorite person or type of person and try to write a viable argument about like why we should like them and why they shouldn't chug bleach in one of those fun little buzz balls that look like Fortnite shield potions. Chester the Cheetah gives me the ick. Nothing about this man is redeemable to me. Everything about him is for ulterior motive. He has no family, no ambition, no goals. He just instigates and not really for any justification for it. He wants to see how far it can go. Well, maybe I'm misinterpreting the character though. It could be something like a chaotic, impure individual, really only being kind to those that are willing to eat this vile, putrid hot chip and then lie. Those willing to lie and not cook, commit to not making real food, becoming the worst cooks of America, not to be mistaken with the critically mediocre and mindless but universally beloved by suburban mothers, worst cooks of America. I hate this show so very much. It's funny because the Cheetos used to be a nice little snack, but I can't speak much about the quality quality of 1950s Cheetos. I'm genuinely curious if they would be better or worse, but regardless, there was a little mouse, a little flying pilot mouse who was the mascot. He liked Cheetos. I guess he had to go one way or another and retire or something. Go to a nice little beach house on like Lake Superior in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. But my headcanon is Chester ate him. Just like how you're gonna eat up this ad and like it, you little dork. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Fellas, the holidays are here, and if you want to get yourself a lovely pair of earbuds, well, Raycons are just for you. Affordable, comfortable, lightweight, seamless connection between devices, 36 hours of battery life. Fellas, this is a steal and a half. I highly recommend them. I'm fond of using them when I study, and especially when I'm getting in a good old workout. Just slip on these bad boys and do what you gotta do. It's totally worth it. With Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds, you can expect clear sound as the buds themselves rest comfortably in your ear holes as you continue to do everything in your schedule while listening to podcasts or nice old music that you love near and dear. And now that Black Friday's arrived, Raycon audio products are up to 30% off site-wide, from everyday essentials to the latest releases. It's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or give the perfect gift. But these deals won't last long. Shop now before they're gone, and you can do that by clicking the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChoopoOpen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/ChoopoOpen. Thank you again to Raycon for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. And now back to the video. Funny Cheeto Man is truly just a weirdly degenerate guy as well. Like, there's a certain type of person who attempts to do betterment for the world while not actually intending to do it for passion or willingness, just to do it, just for more gain, being dragged like a corpse to pressure into their obligations. And that's the best way I could describe Chester's life: a cold burden and wandering force with nothing but a cruel and cold bitterness in his soul. His entire life path exists as a streak of falsehoods. He doesn't even do his own stunts in commercials. Little bitch boy has Daffy Duck doing them. He is attempting household violence for nothing more than the bit. And is it funny? It can be. Oh, I'm the Cheetos man. Oh, I harass the firemen. I fill fire hydrants with Cheetos. What is it with you in being so passionate about encouraging arson? You can tell by his general design that he's just hiding something. He's changed his physical appearance at least once every several years since the very start of his life. He killed a little mouse character with a passion for aviation off screen. He took his job. Now he puts unsafe plastic paper wrapping in ovens for the love of the game. And you know what? I love turning stoves on at house parties as much as the next guy, but this is too much. You're not actually supposed to put food in the stove unless it's like chicken tenders or Costco lasagna. Let's talk about maintaining an agenda. You cannot maintain an agenda if said agenda fluctuates. Chester's trying to become an elite, but just contorts into the random being of chaotic neutral intent, harassing construction workers, haunting the job market. At one point runs for the mayor of the Montana town of Chester just because he can. Maybe not even fully comprehending how or why he's doing all of this, just that it's a possibility. Doing all these funky antics out of curiosity, transforming himself into legitimate furry bait. He looks like a Second Life character in this commercial. I don't even know what this is from, what country, any of that. We should not be giving this creature any sort of humanoid appearance. And that's just making everything worse. I don't like how his body morphs, and that Chester the cheetah can be many things, but flamin' hot should never be one of them. His life is just like this video, entirely aimless. I mean, why is he hanging out with the minions? Those are like the most impressionable little creatures of the land. I don't want to be converting them to Cheethism. He's also in the Book of Life, which Book of Life is a beautiful story revolving around generational expectations and family trauma and get that bag or whatever, but Cheeto Man would never be here. He doesn't belong here. Guys, we're looking at a psychopath here. This is a thing we are burdened with. This is a consequence and an idea that, truthfully, I just think that everything that comes from Cheetos has done more harm than good. This is an act of psychological warfare, of transforming humanity into their worst. This is what reality TV is for, not food commercials. There was a time where Chester Cheetah created a stunt to find the wackiest Cheeto shape possible in a bag, and to me, I felt like you somehow managed to capitalize at staring at clouds with your imagination and then telling your friends what shapes they were. They managed to make that a profit. Plus, every time a food company tries one of these major stunts, a primal rage comes out of me like an aggressive chimp, even though my spirit animal is an otter, okay? That's how bad it gets. I don't go otter mode, I go angry chimp mode. Like for example, that one McDonald's Monopoly event where everyone's trying to win those cool big prizes in like the Monopoly sweepstakes that totally absolutely exist and aren't rigged to benefit anyone or anything. Did you know that McDonald's was being sued for $24 million back in 2001 because a company's security guards stole high-value McDonald's Monopoly game pieces between 1989 and 2001 and gave them to a network of associates who claimed prizes and went on trial? trial on September 10th, 2001, only to immediately be overshadowed by that one thing that happened the very next day. I know damn well those Danimal sweepstakes were rigged in someone's favor. I just have no way to prove it yet. Yeah, this is a foolish man that we've brought into power because we thought it would be funny or something. Instead, we just watch in bewilderment at the mercy of whatever sort of leadership comes to our communities and hope that everything remains functional. We're a big old Jenga tower being held together by a single block and Chester cheetahs just poking away at it. I'm horrified of the consequences of our actions. Hey, this cheetah looks like a fish. Let's go underwater in our multi-million-dollar experimental submarine just to see what'll happen. Let's go through the Sahara Desert and look for a sphinx that kind of looks like this shitty chip I got in this $1 vending machine thing. They have dedicated tour guides for desert things probably. Why would you endanger yourself like you're the treasure buddies, dude? Is this the messaging you want to give to your children? That it's okay to abuse retail workers or your family members, or that's fine to litter or endanger others for fun, or that Cheetos are good? Of course not. Those are awful things to tell people. This is a truly despicable collection of acts that I only sit back and fear upon. My knowledge is a curse. We're looming ourselves into an endless hollowed void, and because I'm a stingy little baby bitch boy who can barely handle boiled potatoes with salt, I don't think Flamin' Hot Cheetos should be allowed in retail anymore. If I can't have them, nobody can. In this instance, fear is an objectivity, and we need to put this man down. We need to burn him at stake like the olden days. We need to do what France did. We need to like guillotine the boy, guillotine the man. And if something happens to me, if I go missing, if I mysteriously die, you know who did it. You know who's responsible, okay? We're not letting him get away with this. We're better than this. Well, gang, I'm in the mood for some giraffe meat. No, not that other kind. I sure hope everything goes well in my awesome giraffe battle. Here we go. Make sure to subscribe. A 1, a 2, a 3. I did it.